Okay. Now, you know, so look here, listen, man. I'm a confident individual, but I'm gonna try and take myself from outside my body and look at things objectively. Because in all honesty, I can see myself beating just about anybody if I put my mind to it. I think I'm capable of whatever. Fight reacts. Fight's actually tall as fuck, and he has a good reach. I'm not gonna lie to you, but he doesn't have coordination. That being said, I think his length is gonna be a problem for me to try and get inside in a fight. And I also think that based on his brand as like the goofy guy, a lot of people think like he's or he's weak or whatever. But even though he's really skinny, I actually think Flight would surprise a lot of people. And I think he's probably gonna have a big physical advantage. My only benefit is that he smokes a lot and he has zero stamina. And so like if the fight goes on for more than 20 seconds, I might actually survive it. So I'll go 50-50 on Flight. He has no stamina. His lungs, they don't exist. Annoying TV. I see Silky in person a few times actually. He has a good build. I don't know. I've never seen him do. Actually, one time I saw him hooping, and you know he was moving a little bit. You know, he's not a great hooper or nothing like that. I don't know whether or not he has fighting experience. In all reality, I think I could take him, but if I'm being objective, I'll say I'm the underdog. Dr. Disrespect, I would lose. Aiden, I'm destroying. Kai would get slammed. Bruce would get slammed. Hassan. Hassan is huge. He has such a large advantage. Hassan, I think I would also lose to. Just huge. He's just huge. And regardless of whether or not it's functional strength, I think Hassan will beat me in a fight. I think Duke would beat me in a fight. It goes without saying. As a guy who's barely fought in his life, Duke is, as a guy who barely fought in his life, Duke is surprisingly like, you would think he's practiced. He could just be lying. Maybe in another life, he used to be a fighter or something like that. But in the boxing video, when I first seen him, the 2 boxing videos we did, I was fucking mind blown. I thought this is just what he did every weekend. I thought he was just fighting every weekend. Bruce can beat you, no dick suck. We could do it then. I put like 50,000 that I would destroy Bruce. Nick Merckx is big, but he's also shorter. I think that I might stand a chance versus a man like Nick Merckx, but I think he's also like very tenacious. So like given time to learn, he could quickly pick up how to fight. And I think that he would probably win, but I don't think it's 100%. Duke was in the military. Again, I mean, I'm from Canada, so I don't know if people just fight in the American military, and maybe that's where he gained some competency. I wouldn't know. I don't think that's where he would learn, though. I could be wrong. Prime. Now, he's from Chicago, right? I think Prime would probably, I think tenacity is a very big part of it. You know, like Phantom has tenacity. Even if you're bigger than him with a longer reach, he's willing to go further. You know, I don't know Prime well enough to know if he's that type. I got a feeling he might be. I think if I fought Prime, I'd probably be an underdog, to be honest with you. But my confidence would probably have me beating him. But if I'm being objective, I'm going to say underdog. Mizkif. I think Mizkif is like strong-minded. You know, I saw him during that like gym stream shit he was doing, and he put on some good size really quickly. And I think he has it up here. He'd win like a mental battle, bro. I think he has it. You say he's a wrestler? Who? Oh, not Mizkif, right? I think I'm a slight favorite on Mizkif, probably just due to size. No, Mizkif's probably like, no, I'd say slight favorite. I think I could confidently beat Mizkif, so I'll put him on slight favorite. Mizkif wrestled? Okay, never mind. I take it down to 50-50. Because if you wrestled, you're decently competent at fighting. Now, to be fair, if I'm bigger than him, it's gonna be very difficult for him to leverage my weight and like, you know, throw me to the ground or pin me or whatever. But assuming we're doing a fight where you can like, you know, strike and also grapple, I just would try not to get grappled by him if I know he's a wrestler, right? Los Polos. Actually, you know what? Los is an interesting one, chat. Would I be able to beat Los? I think that Los is a little smaller. I think I'd probably have a physical advantage on Los. He's a little shorter than I am. I think I'm a slight favor on Los. Borderline 50-50, but I'm pretty confident I could take Los in a fight. Andrew Tate is a kickboxer. He would fucking send me to the moon. That's Andrew Tate, right, chat? I could be wrong. Again, it looks very small on my screen. Actually, let me just zoom in. Oh, wow. This makes a huge difference. This makes a colossal difference. Yeah, Andrew Tate's a kickboxer and professional, and he was good at it when he did it too. He wasn't even like just a, no, he was nice, so he would destroy me. Pin me? Yeah, in wrestling, you pin people to get points. You know, my school was #1 in Canada in wrestling, so there was a ton of wrestling tournaments, so I'd see it all the time. XQC is tall and frail. If I lose to XQC, I'll delete my channel. Cash Nasty, he's big. I think Cash Nasty probably has an advantage, you know, just given who he is as a person, his mentality, where he's from, the fact that he's been significant, he's fit and in good condition. I don't know if it's 100%. I'm gonna put him in the 100% category because I'm a lot less confident on him versus I am with these three. So I just put him right there. I think Cash would take me in a fight. Not quite sure here. Tim the Tat Man. He can't box. Yeah, but like, chat, you have to think boxing is so specific. Like, if I'm fighting somebody, let's say I practice boxing, right? Like, you could be up here. All someone has to do is get you in one clinch, and it's over. It's over. At that point, you're throwing knees. You could throw a fucking elbow. You get him on the floor, jiu-jitsu. Boxing is so, like, one-dimensional. It's so one-dimensional. In a fight, there's no rules, nigga. I could hit you in your fucking balls if I want to. There's no low blows. So if you sit there training boxing, you know what I'm saying, you might be able to get a couple strikes off, but the second somebody gets close enough to grapple you or clinch you or shoot, like if someone's a wrestler, yeah, bro, it's over. It's fucking over. So, I think that, like, if you told me someone trained Muay Thai, I'd be like, that guy could fight. Kickboxing, that guy could fight. But boxing, bro, in outside when you don't have to follow boxing rules is less relevant. It doesn't mean it's pointless. It's just less relevant. It's just it's less relevant. There's unwritten rules. Yeah, it's a street fight. If this is a person that you hate and you guys are getting into it, I promise you're not following any rules. You're not gonna follow a fucking rule. You can do whatever it takes to win. Boxing will knock you the fuck out. I'm not saying boxing is not a tough sport. I'm saying it's one-dimensional in that you don't need to be as versatile. And in real life, no one's gonna follow your boxing rules if you get in a fight. So you're better off learning all different types of mixed martial arts because you never know when you might need to clinch. You never know when you might need to choke someone out. You never know when you might need to strike. You never know when you might need to use your kicks. That's all I'm saying. Tim the Tat Man is fucking colossal. I think he would destroy me in a fight. I think he would throw me. He's like Caleb. I think he would throw me. Davo goes without saying. Hasbullah. Okay, this is getting interesting now. All right, now look. He's friends with some of the best fighters in history, which means he's connected. He's probably been in the gym training with Khabib and them. It would be foolish of me to assume I have an advantage knowing who he is. But this one's obvious. Tifu. Tifu's like Danny Duncan. He's just uber randomly good and athletic at a lot of things he tries. Like when you watch Danny Duncan's videos, he's just like just like a random skill, but he's so good at it immediately. I feel like Tifu's in. I think he's like that. I think Tifu will probably beat me, and I think he has athletic and size advantage too. I'll put Tifu on here. I'm not sure here. I don't know. Jadion will be ooh, you know what I'm saying? Jadion, ooh, okay. Okay, me and Jadion about the same size. I think I think me and Jadion that gotta be a 50-50. Because in all honesty, I'm confident enough to where I think I could beat him, but that's just my bias. You know what I'm saying? That's just my bias. I don't know how much Jadion's been training, but I do know he's a very strong-minded individual. You give him enough time, he can learn a skill. I think I'm like that too, though. Yeah, I think we're about even, man. I think me and Jadion would be about even, man. I think that'd be a good-ass matchup, though. It can go either way. Speed. Dante. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, he's 30. Damn. So, he's probably like a little past his prime. Athletically, of course. He's not particularly like big. He's skinny. He has a skinnier frame. I don't know what type of training he's ever done. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'd say I'm a slight favorite. I don't know if it's 100%. Dante, he might just surprise me. All right, he might just surprise me. Chris next door is the most underrated athlete I've ever seen. If he would just stop fucking injuring himself every 2 days. He has training with a Glock. Okay, we're not talking about gunning people down. We are talking about fighting, right? So that's not relevant, all right? Chris is like, you would be surprised how athletic he is. He just doesn't get a chance to show it because he doesn't care enough about his body to stay healthy. He could do so many things to recover faster, recover sooner. It's like a mental thing with him. I think in a fight, Chris is surprisingly strong. He's surprisingly versatile and athletic. I'm gonna put him on underdog, but if I'm being honest, I think I'll lose in a real fight versus Chris. I just don't think it's 100%. I don't think it's 100%. FaZe Rug would get folded. He would get folded like a lawn chair. Rage! All right, now. He's a bit taller. He probably has a longer reach. He has an athletic frame. But I'd probably just go for his knees. I'm going 50-50. Nick A30. I don't know. Nick A30 could be a surprise, man. Nick A30, that could just be a surprise. I'm not quite sure what to expect from Nick A30. So I'm going to say 50-50. I don't want to look at his face and just assume I beat his ass. Nick A30 could dead ass be a fucking surprise, man. He's buff. I know. But like, you know what? I'm going to say underdog for Nick A30. I'm going to say underdog for Nick A30. But if you ask me, I could probably figure out how to beat his ass, but that would make me an underdog. I think if we fought, most people would have him beating me. I say underdog, though. Slight underdog. Now, this is a tough one, chat. I think I can take him. No, I'm going 50-50. No, I'm not. There's no telling. He might have. I'm gonna go 50-50, man. I actually genuinely think I could beat him, but I'm gonna go with 50-50. B-Lou is fucking you up. I'm gonna have to see that. All right, chat. I'm gonna have to see that. How tall is B-Lou? I've met B-Lou before, I'm pretty sure. How tall is he, chat? Does anyone know? He played D1 football. Okay, hold on. That changes things. That actually changes things. I'm gonna say underdog. Anyone that played D1 anything, especially football, will probably be good for a fight. Not D1. What did he play? What did he play? What level? He wrestles? Okay, see, this is valuable information. This is valuable information. Like 3, that's fine. D3 is still, you have to be very athletic. See, problem is I can't leave B-Lou here and have like Cash Nasty here. I'll put him on lose. If he played D1 football, those are precisely the exact people you do not want to get in a fight with. Is a fucking D1 football player. No, because they fight every week. It's basically a fucking fight. They fight every week. It's basically a fight. I didn't know that about him. Wow. Actually very interesting. So I have him taking me, but now that he's here, I think I have to slide someone to underdog. And I think I would go with... No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. I can't move none of them off underdog because I think they'll beat me. All right. Zeus. All right. Let's not waste time. And then yeah, I guess I don't know enough about the rest of them, and this is me. So this is my list. You know, these ones are like, obviously, you know, some people might contest Bruce, but you know, I've met Bruce in person. He's not trying to be funny or rude. He's pretty like frail. If he worked out, maybe it'd be a different story, but he's too small. I would have like 70 pounds on him. I'd have 60, 70 pounds on him. So that's why I put him there. Los and Dante would be interesting ones. These 50-50s would dead ass just be good fights. Only reason Rage is there is just because I'm not trying to be funny. This is not for a meme. I would just attack his knee. I would immediately shoot for his knee. I would kick his knee. I would just do whatever I can to attack his knee. If this was a fight and I knew enough about him to know his knee's fucked. I'm not trying to be funny. That's just what I would do. So if that wasn't the case, I think I'd probably have him. I'll probably put him at underdog. But I just know I'll just take his knee. I'll just go for his knee. Yeah, this is a good ass list, chat. You know, this is an egoless list. Like, my ego was not in this. Now, if my ego was in this, I'd have me beating a lot more people. But maybe that's not ego as much as it is confidence. I don't know why. I'm just a lot more. I'm very confident in myself. So, you know, anything I set my mind to, I can accomplish. I know that. So you give me 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, and you put me against anybody on this list, I'd do it. Except maybe Zeus. And yeah, Zeus is the only one on this list. There's nothing you can convince me I would not fight him. There's no amount of money that would get me to fight Zeus. There's no amount. Oh, Tate. Oh my God. Fuck. More than anything else, Tate. This is out of the question. I would never fight this guy. I would never fight this. He's a professional fucking fighter. 30 mil? For 30 mil, but I'll risk it. I'll risk it for 30 mil. For 30 mil, I probably would. Maybe not any amount of money. But the thing is, I would never get 30 mil for a fight. I'm not fucking Floyd Mayweather. Dr. Disrespect, I would fight if you gave me enough money. You know what I'm saying? Just Zeus and Andrew Tate especially. You couldn't convince me, bro. There's nothing you could do to convince me. Cash is like 60, but Cash is like, you got to think about the mindset Cash has and his size. So even though he's shorter and I probably have a reach advantage, you got to think about who he is as a person. But this is my list. If it was an ego list, yeah, I move all my 50-50s to slight favorites or 100s. I move all my underdogs to 50s or slight favorites, and I move like probably 3 or 4 of these guys to underdog. But you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. I'm not a fighter anyway, man. I just like learning new things, man. So whether it's fucking playing the keyboard, Tim the Tatman is huge. If we're talking a fight, bro, he can just pick me up. He is huge and colossal. He is huge. So yes. And Tfue is just like very athletic. I think people underrate Tfue a lot because they see him as a fucking gamer. And same with Nick 830. They just see him as a gamer. So they're like, nah, he can't really fight. But you'd be surprised, man. Anyway, that's my list. Yeah. All right. So shout out Duke for that idea, man.